Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So, as you can probably tell, we are back in the void again today, which looks very deep. I'm not going to try and jump down there, don't ask, I won't. And I want to build an adventure map. And I know I've talked about adventure maps in the past, but I haven't talked about this one. This is an idea I have had for a very long time, but I thought, why not start on it now? Because I was planning on starting on it in a really long time, but I thought, why not get the layout and ideas down at the start? You've probably read the title of the video, so you know it's going to be a Noir adventure map, but I haven't told you anything else. I want to do a lot of things that I don't think I've ever done in Minecraft before, and today it's about laying out the groundwork, creating story purposes, command blocks, things that as much as I can do, because this is going to be a project that I hope to work on for a fair while, and I really want to make an adventure map that will actually be remembered, because, you know, as you can probably guess, a lot of Minecraft adventure maps don't get played as much today, but I always loved them growing up. So that's what I want to work on. I want to make an adventure map that feels so cool people will remember it, talk about it, and want to play it. So yeah, those are the three succeeding bits. If I fail on either one, the adventure map's failed in total. I'm just kidding. This adventure map won't succeed on any of those elements probably, but I'm going to try my hardest to get to that point. One of the bits that I think I want to start by doing is I want to start the area that you arrive in, that you wake up in, that your character that you play as wakes up in, and that will be his apartment. This is the layout for the apartment I've made, and I'm thinking there should be a door here where someone will walk through, which will be pretty easy. That's pretty simple. Although usually there's an apartment door be on the right or the left, so you can have something to place on the wall here, and you don't have too much filling up the space, otherwise it might look a little bit ugly. And I think placing a door here too would look nice, although they might be one thick, because I don't think he would have a very... I feel like the character I'm designing for this, he wouldn't have a very expensive apartment. It's big, but it's also really cheap, so, you know, that would be the front door here, and I can place some orange wool in position here, and here, and that will help me to remember where these positions are supposed to be. I think laying out some parts of these rooms first and the idea of where things are going to go will help me to design it when I'm doing the full interior. So I think this will be his bedroom, or maybe this will be his bedroom. I want to see what feels better, because I want there to be a laundry room and a bedroom. Turning to the left, laundry room, right, bedroom. I think this is more generic bedroom style, so having the bedroom be over here might look a little bit better and help you, like, maybe might make you feel a bit more like, oh, this isn't like the design of how I'd expect it to be. And maybe we can try some other things too, like maybe we can expand this wall by just a bit and have like a walk-in cupboard here, which will be good. This room's a lot bigger now, and if there's going to be a laundry room, then you need some like washing machines and things at the back, and maybe like some holes in between, and there should be like a table over here where he can put clothes. There we go. I'm thinking having him either be a firefighter or making him a retired cop. So like either doing something super original for our protagonist, or doing something kind of generic noir. And I think I can do something interesting with both sides, because I do have an idea of what type of character this will be. I'm not thinking generic noir. I don't know if I want to tell you or not yet, so I'm going to keep it a little quiet, and then if I know for certain what I'm doing, then I'll mention it, because if I change anything, I don't want you guys to feel a bit hurt later on, where it's like, no, my child, you've taken him from me, when in reality it was my child that I took from myself. There needs to be a place for him to sit down and watch TV, because as we know, all good detectives sit down and watch TV at least 8 times a day. But yeah, maybe we can do like a Simpsons style, having it like that. This art apartment, I mean, obviously it's a bunch of colored wool at the moment, but it's coming together so you can see where everything's supposed to be and what it's supposed to look like. Okay guys, I haven't done the roof yet, and some rooms still need a little bit more detailing. Actually, the one I've started in is the least detailed room out of all of them, I believe. And if we walk out here now, imagine there is a roof, imagine there is something here. Basically, you can walk through this area and the home feels very complete. There's a lot of areas where obviously I need to do a bit more. For starters, I need to light this area up somehow and make it... I do want to make it feel atmospheric, so I don't want to go overboard with the lighting. But I want to create something fun, something unique, something that people can explore, and it feels very homely, like I've designed everything with a purpose, and I'm hoping I can do that accurately. This is my favorite room. This will be set at night, by the way, so if I do /time set night, this, you can get the idea of what this like room's going to look like. This is going to be his bedroom slash his detective area where he works stuff out, and maybe I'll do something here when you come back here. And again, I wanted to give you a little window view outside where you can see that he lives right next to like a really bright sign, and I made it so every angle you can look from, it looks like there's buildings out there, when in reality, it's just a facade. But yeah, that works really well actually for a facade. It's pretty, I mean, considerably what I could have looked like. It's fairly small actually. So yeah, I'm glad that looks really cool. That gives off the effect I want it to. It looks good without shaders too, because I have been building without shaders on so that I could get the right effect that I wanted. But let me just turn it back to say day. I quite like a lot of details. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is color theory, and that's going to be something that's something really interesting. Basically, when I was designing this room here, I did think about what color theory I was going to utilize for it. If I'm using this correctly, there's something called the 40-30-10. Is it that? No, it's not that. It's 60-30-10, and it means you have to use 60% of a primary color. Oh, sorry, not a primary color. It can be any color. You can use 60% of a color, and that's your main color. You can use 30% of another color, which is your secondary color, and 10% of a smaller color, which will be like the little hints around the environment. And I've tried to incorporate that in here. So you've got your dark green as your 60%, and I think that works pretty well because it's a fairly dull color, but it being everywhere makes you feel part of the environment. You've got your 30%, which is the orange, and then after the 30%, you have the dark brown on the floor and in the TV. And obviously there are little hints of other colors in there. There's a bit of yellow, and there's, because a yellow is good for going with oranges, so it complements them. And when you're doing the 60-30-10 rule, you can't be like everything has to be these colors, because that's not really how it works. It's the main stuff has to be those colors, but then little details you add in later and things that just like slightly change the environment and just make it more interesting, those can be different colors, and they probably should be different colors so that the environment looks lived in and not artificial. But that's everything I've gotten up to over the last like day or so. I don't know. This has taken me a while. I'm not somebody who does interiors often. I'm getting better at them, and I have started doing them more, but they aren't something that I've always done throughout my life. So I really wanna get good at this. Okay, so it might not look like I've done a lot of work, and that is the truth when it comes down to the build, and it is the truth in general, but I'll tell you why in just a second. I'll come out of spectator so you don't have to see that silly thing. I'll go into this mode. So I can just fly through blocks. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Looking for. Sorry, I'm very tired. I've just got off work. Anyways, you might be wondering what this little command block assessment, this little thing that I've put here is. Now, with the help of a wonderful Reddit user, I've made a data pack. And by I mean he made when I asked for a command block thing that would work. I was asking questions, and then he made like this data pack, and then we talked for a little bit, and then we improved it. And it's just, well, he improved it. I've no clue how to do data packs, but I think I know how they work now. So we now have a data pack in the map, which is really, really cool. And you can set a string, and you can play it. It uses the reason it's called Undertale is because of how the text forms. Now, if I do this, you get the text. So this is what it's like to wake up this early, which is really cool, right? And maybe now I'll come up with another way to make it so like sound plays when the text goes. But yeah, you can see text forming now when we place down the redstone block, and that's a really, really cool feature, because one thing that I saw that when I played adventure maps online is a lot of adventure maps don't have very cool text systems. It's literally just like text appears in the bottom of your screen, or it appears in the chat down here. And I've always liked it when text like appeared with a little animation and it had a little bit going on. So making this, it's a small feature, sure, but it will be really cool, especially when you start off the game, maybe in your bedroom or the laundromat or whatever it is, and then you get like this really cool feature. One thing I actually do need to change though, which you might not like me for, but I need to turn off these signs back here. And that might sound a little strange. Why am I turning them off? They look so cool. And yes, they do. But I've decided what the story is going to be for this game. And having these signs out here actually breaks the logic of the story. So I'm going to remove them. I'm going to explain a little bit now what I'm thinking. / set hand. Basically, you are playing as Detective Stilts or something along those lines. The name's not that necessary, but you know, it's just a name. But the idea is that this detective, Detective Stilts, wakes up one day and all the power for the city is gone. Everything's gone, hence the candles everywhere, right? So he has to use oil lamps, he has to use candles, he has to use everything he can to light up his apartment. And that's sort of the first hint you get at that. And now I think I'll do like a scrolling title or something to explain some of the things that happens during this. When he goes outside, nobody's there. Everybody's disappeared. It's up to this detective in the 50s to find out why everybody has disappeared and what the power going out has to do with it. And I think that would make a really cool story. I don't want to give away any other details or any other ideas I've had, because I want you to stick around and find out what the story is. But for part 1, this is pretty good. This is going to be the main hub of the game too. I want a lot of things to happen here, like in between missions and in between the adventures. You come back here and you can place items down. Maybe you can decorate. Maybe there's lots of ideas that I have, but the main segment is going to be this here. This is what I want to work on today. I want to finish the hub and I want to finish what I can do in the hub. Now, to be fair, today is Thursday, and did I just change the position of that? No, I didn't. Today is Thursday, so you might be wondering why does that matter? Well, because I upload a video once a week, and I have been working on this for 3 days now, which it does not look like 3 days of progress. I will be honest with you, it does not look like 3 days of progress. Okay, and after a little bit of time, what I did is I've made the hub area basically complete and the start of the game complete. So if I just place this down here, that's not right, is it? I'm placing it in the wrong area. That's why it's going wrong. I'm supposed to place it here. Okay. You've got the thing in the bottom left, but I think I won't play the actual game. I don't know. Then you've got all this text that explains like the story. And then you have bat. And I haven't done the volume or audio yet, but that might come in later. And then you get teleported into the apartment. And what I want to do in the future, and obviously I'm in survival at the moment, and you won't have a block of redstone on you when you play the game. Don't worry, that's not a manual thing. I want it, so when you come out here, it will explain what this area is. You can go into the kitchen, it will explain something. I can do this pretty easily by detecting the player's area and movement. And then you have this room here, obviously, and this will be like, I think I mentioned it, this is where the main hub is going to be. This is where everything you see is going to come out. And I want when you walk out this door, there's barrier blocks here, but you can't see that. I want when you walk out this door, it to detect your movement and start doing a test, like it will show you a map. Sorry, not a test. I don't know why I said test. It will show you like a map, and on that map you can see where you want to go or the different areas that you can explore and investigate. And I think that's the idea behind this. But yeah, this is the hub area finished, as you can see, and I think it's pretty cool. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you in another video. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, put them in the comments below. I want to do more on this map. I'm sorry today was a shorter video. I didn't have a lot of time this week. A little bit busy with other projects. I can tell you about some of them soon. For one, I've been building Ish's 2.7 map. If you know who Ish is, that's, I'm one of his builders, and that's one thing I've been very busy with. Can't tell you anything else because secretive. But yeah, I'm one of the guys that does that. And apart from that, that's about all I've got to say. Anyways, I'm gonna do some important stuff like editing this video. I've got one last thing left to say, and that's bye-bye!